This is looking pretty dang similar. This might be a good dupe. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is a very gloomy day, so I hope this lighting is alright, but today is dupe day. There are a few products in my collection that I've kind of been like, those two might be similar, those might be dupes for each other, but I've never actually tested it out, so that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm just going to go ahead and run through what I think are the possible dupes in my collection, and then I'm going to do half of my face with the more affordable option, and then half of my face with the higher end or more expensive option. So starting off, we have two little skincare products. I just thought this would be fun. I'm not a huge like skincare person, so I don't know if I'll be able to tell you if these are like true dupes or not, but they just looked and smelled pretty similar in my opinion. So this is the Wonder Beauty Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil, and then this is the Revlon Rose Glow Primer. So two different products like right off the bat just from reading it, but I think they will be slightly similar. So if you watched my video that was like makeup I've always wanted to try, you'll know I talked about this Bare Minerals bronzer, and I have it now. I purchased it because a lot of you guys said I would really like it, and I think these are so similar. I haven't compared them, but just in color, just by looking at it, I really think they might be dupes. So this Bare Minerals one is in Kiss of Rose, and then this e.l.f. Studio Blush is in Blushing Rose. So rosy blushes that are like glowy. I think we might have a dupe here, but we'll wait and see. Then we just have the Natasha Denona Mini Nude palette. I love this palette a lot. And then this is the e.l.f. little quad or bite-sized eyeshadow in Pumpkin Pie. So a lot of these shades I think will be similar, except for this one right here in the middle. This one doesn't have a lighter shade like that, but I think they have a quad that's like cream and sugar, I think it's called, or like cookies and cream, something like that. And that does have shades similar to this as well. So maybe if you have both of those e.l.f. palettes, it'll match this. But I'm gonna do, you know, one eye and with one and one eye with the other, and we will see if we can create a similar look. Then we have these two lip glosses. This is the Dior 630 lip gloss in Delight. I love this lip gloss so much. And then this is the Kaja Gloss Shot lip gloss in the shade Pink Drink. I don't think these are dupes in terms of color. As you can see, this one's a little more nude and the Kaja one is more pink, but in terms of scent, I think they're very similar and like the feel on the lips, so we're gonna test that out. And then finally, these two I've kind of always thought were similar, but I've never compared them. So this is the M Cosmetics mascara, the Pick Me Up mascara, and then this is the Great Lash Lots of Lashes mascara. We're gonna see if they look similar on the lashes. But yeah, those are the products I'm going to be testing today. Let's go ahead and get into it. So all of these products I did purchase myself, except for these face products and then the M Cosmetics mascara. So this Revlon primer is $13.99 on the Revlon website, and is cheaper elsewhere. It says like $9.99 at Target, but I'm just gonna go off of what the Revlon website says. And then this Wonder Beauty face oil is $42, which seems like a lot for just like this little tube of face oil, but I don't know much about skincare, so maybe there are really great ingredients in here or something that make it so expensive. But I think that the left side of my face is going to be the dupe side, or the more affordable side. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this primer. I don't know if you can see, but there's like little beads in there that when you rub it together on your skin, it just kind of, I don't know, they like pop on your skin and make it glowy. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on this side of my face. Has a rose scent, and it applies kind of wet, and then it dries down slightly tacky because it is a primer. So, and now we're going to do the Wonder Beauty side. This one is a lot brighter pink, so as you can see, that's what it looks like. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it on this side of my face. This has like a light rose smell as well. Honestly, I don't think the Wonder Beauty one feels any more like luxurious or anything like that. But again, I don't know much about like skincare or face oils or anything like that. Can you guys tell a difference? I don't think I can. I don't know. I just thought that would be fun to kind of test out. But they appear to be similar to me. Since I don't have any base products, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop on some concealer off camera and we'll be back to test out the blushes. So I just popped on a little bit of concealer and honestly, I can't tell the difference. Like my concealer applied the same on both sides. So yeah, I guess I'd say those are dupes, but one does say face oil and one does say primer. So I mean, they're supposed to be different products, but my makeup literally applied exactly the same on both sides. So if you've been following me for a while now, you probably know that I love the e.l.f. blush in Blushing Rose so much. This is one of my absolute favorite blushes and it's only $4. It was on sale on the e.l.f. website for just $1 like the other week, but it seems to be sold out now. Hopefully I can find another link for you guys, but it's just like a really pretty rosy color and I'm just gonna put this on the dupe side. So it's super, super pigmented, so you just kind of need to like, that was too much even. I want to put on a good amount so you guys can really see the color of it. Okay, so here is the e.l.f. blush in Blushing Rose. Gorgeous rosy color, like I said, one of my go-tos. And then this Bare Minerals bronzer is $25, which I don't know if that's considered high-end, but this is sold at Sephora and is a lot more expensive than a $4 e.l.f. blush. So let's see if they are comparable. I'm going to use a different brush, but one that's very similar. I'm gonna do the exact same thing, dip in it a few times, and then kind of take some off on my hand. I did have to dip into the Bare Minerals one just like a few more times to get it to the same pigmentation, but also like I am using two different brushes, so it could be the brush. I try to get as similar of a brush as possible, but could be that as well. But here is how they look. This is the e.l.f. one and then this is the Bare Minerals one. In my mirror they look so similar. I want to say the Bare Minerals one is slightly more peachy. What do you guys think? Okay, I'm hot. I'm taking this off. I'm trying to wear a cardigan in like 90-degree summer weather. I think it's a dupe. Personally, I think it is a dupe. Yeah, if you're interested in like the Bare Minerals blushes, I would check out maybe the e.l.f. Studio blushes because it looks pretty similar. Okay, so next up we have the Natasha Denona Mini Nude Palette and the e.l.f. Bite Size Eyeshadow Palette in Pumpkin Pie. So let me pull up the prices. So on the Sephora website, the Natasha Denona Mini Nude Palette is $25. And then the e.l.f. Bite Sized Eyeshadow Palettes are only $3. I'm gonna go ahead and do swatches of these except for this kind of lighter shade right here because there's no shade in this e.l.f. palette to kind of match it, but I'm gonna do some swatches on my hands and then show you guys a little comparison. Okay guys, so I just did some swatches and the top one, sorry, this is like so awkward, my hand angle. The top one is the e.l.f. palette and then the bottom one is the Natasha Denona palette. The e.l.f. palette, the more like neutral, I guess you'd say, transition shade is slightly darker, and then the deepest shade in that palette would be slightly lighter than the deepest shade in Natasha Denona, and then the transition shade in the Natasha Denona palette is slightly lighter than the e.l.f. one. But these shimmers, they're not necessarily dupes for each other. Maybe these two over here are very similar, but the vibes of the palettes, like, you can't deny that is a very similar overall vibe. I don't know if any of that made sense. Sorry, I don't do like dupes reviews videos very often, but I'm trying my best. But they look so similar, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to create like a very similar eyeshadow look and see if I can get them very close. We're first gonna start out with the e.l.f. palette, and I'm going to take that brown transition shade that's over here in the corner, not with that pencil brush, with a blending brush, and just put it in my crease. And then with a different blending brush, I'm going to take the transition lightest brown shade in the Natasha Denona palette and put it in my other crease. kind of have to build up the Natasha Denona one a little bit because it is a lighter brown. So next, from the e.l.f. palette, I'm going to take this shimmer on the end with my finger and just pack it all on my lid. Very pretty bronzy color. I'm gonna blend that out with the same brush. And then to match that color, I think I'm going to mix the two shimmers in the Natasha Denona palette, the two brown shimmers, on this eyelid to try to create the e.l.f. shade. So many shimmers on my fingers, like I'm trying to find a clean finger. Honestly, those e.l.f. bite-sized eyeshadows are so nice. They do feel, in my opinion, very similar to a lot of high-end eyeshadows like these Natasha Denona eyeshadows. I'm just gonna take a little pencil brush and run each of the transition shades under my lash line just to kind of tie it together. This is looking pretty dang similar. This might be a good dupe. So to finish it off, I'm going to take the darkest shade in each of the palettes and kind of smoke out the outer corners. You guys know this is my go-to look if you saw my Pretending I'm in a Vogue Beauty Secrets video. So now I'm going to take the darkest shade in the e.l.f. palette, this one right here, and just kind of smoke out the end, make a little fake eyeliner with the eyeshadow. Yeah, this e.l.f. one isn't as dark as the Natasha Denona darkest shade. Then I'm just gonna take this darkest shade here. This one has like a little bit more of a maroon quality to it. The other one is just more of like a straight brown. So this does have like a hint of red, I guess. Yeah, this is more pigmented and darker for sure. Here's the finished eyeshadow look. What do you guys think? This looks so similar in my opinion. The colors are slightly off, like they're not exact dupes for the eyeshadows, but the overall vibe and like the color story, it's a dupe. Like you can't deny this looks extremely similar. So now we are going to move on to the mascara, and like I said, I'm going to be using the Great Lash Lots of Lashes on this side, which this is like my OG high school mascara, like just my go-to, probably the first mascara I ever used. So on the Maybelline website, this says it is $7.40 for the Lots of Lashes mascara, and this says it's a washable mascara, which maybe that's why I find them to be so similar in formulas, is because that's one of the reasons I absolutely adore the Cosmetics mascara, is because when I wash my face at night, it doesn't leave black under my eyes, around my eyes. I don't have like any residue, it just washes off completely. And now that I think about it, I haven't used this in a while, but that's kind of why I like this one as well. It's just so easy to take off, and the formula is just super similar in my opinion. And then the Cosmetics Pick Me Up mascara is $24, so very different prices there. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this Lots of Lashes mascara. Okay, so this is just with one coat. As you can see, it's extremely lengthening and volumizing. So now I'm going to do the other one with the Cosmetics mascara, but let me just show you the wand difference. Very different wand. So the Lots of Lashes one is more of like a, I don't know, just triangular shape, and this one's just like your classic mascara wand shape. Let's see if they have a very similar effect or not. I already curled both of my eyelashes, by the way. Okay, these look like the same exact mascara to me. Actually, never mind. I'm looking at it up close, and the Cosmetics one seems to be slightly more volumizing. Maybe it's just, I don't know what it is. Do you see how this one's more, it just looks more black, and at the root it kind of clumped together more to just give it a more like fuller look, if that makes sense. So I think they do look very similar. Like you're not gonna look at me and be like, oh, she looks, something's off, like she's wearing two very different mascaras. I do think that the Cosmetics one might be more volumizing, but in terms of lengthening, they are pretty similar, I think. Finishing it off with the most exciting part in my opinion, the lip products. Okay, so the Dior Addict Stellar Lip Gloss is $30 on the Sephora website, and the Kaja Gloss Shot Lip Gloss is $16, which honestly that is a lot more than I thought. Let me see if there's something else in my collection we can test after I test these two. So I don't really know how to do this. I guess I'll just do half of my lip and then the other half of my lip. So first we're gonna start with the Kaja Gloss Shot one. Smells like vanilla cupcake yumminess. It's really weird just doing half of your lip. And then we're going to do the Dior lip gloss in 630 on the other side. Smells like vanilla cupcake yumminess again. So the color, like I said earlier, is slightly different, but in terms of how they feel, how they smell, I think they are extremely similar. So I really thought this was closer to like 14 or 12, but I guess I did pay $16 for this. Let me see if there's something else I can find in my collection that's a little bit more affordable than the Kaja one. Okay, so after further research, I think that this Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Moon might be a good dupe for the Dior lip gloss in 630. So this is $8.99 on the Maybelline website. And a lot of people think this is a good dupe for the, why am I drawing a blank? Oh, Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb, which I agree. I did a video actually comparing them both. If you have seen my I had to try these viral lip product videos, but anyway, I'm just going to put this on the dupe side of my face. The smell is different from the Dior one though. It's not really like a cupcakey scent. In the mirror, it looks very similar, but I want to say this one is like more hydrating almost. It's more like nourishing, and this one is more of just like a true lip gloss. So I think there's that aspect, but I think they look very, very similar regardless of that. Like if I turn my lips, it's like the same amount of shine, I want to say. It's hard to feel like each side of your lips to see the difference. Dior one's a little thicker, perhaps. So yeah, I think those two lip glosses, the Kaja one and the Maybelline Lifter Gloss, could be potential dupes of the Dior one, but the Kaja one, in my opinion, is closer to the Dior one in terms of scent and texture. Not texture, formula. But yeah, those were all of the dupes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm so excited to hear what your thoughts are in the comments down below. In the viewfinder and in my mirror, it looks the same on both sides to me, except for my blush looks slightly different. I don't know, I think I found some pretty good dupes today, so let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If I notice or think of any more dupes in my collection, I would love to do a part 2 of this. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye everyone.